So today is onion harvest day. My energy level is still low, but I gotta get these onions out of the GreenStalk because they are beyond ready. So I'm just gonna go tier by tier and pull everything out. So stay tuned. Tier by tier, and make it a little easier on myself this way. That way I can amend whatever needs to be amended and bring it down. Okay, you can move it. All right, so right off the bat, you can see that these are some really huge onions here. The two here didn't really do too well, so we're just not gonna worry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna work the soil loose and kind of put them up because I don't want to break the stems off anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull. Nice sized onions here. I'm not gonna knock any dirt off. I'm not going to clean anything. I'm gonna let them cure exactly as they are. Okay, so the roots on these were well, look really well, and I'm just gonna leave them. So we're gonna pull them all, just gonna lay them out and stack the tiers as I go. So this here was a yellow onion. Can you see it? All right, this seems to be the biggest. I wasn't gonna weigh them, but I actually might. I'm actually kind of curious as to how big the biggest onion is. But I also took this tier off because there's a lot of spiders that I kept seeing in these tiers, so I don't want to accidentally surprise one. So I want to see what's coming at me. You know what? I should have got mine. I have these little carrots that I can put in here to keep the dirt from going everywhere. I'll get it for the next one. All right. Another nice size onion. All right. These two are in competition with one another. Because they are tough. Let me get this one closest to me. Let me get the carrot. I have these GreenStalk carrots. So I don't keep losing all my dirt. So we're gonna do that so I don't have to keep wasting time. This one here, it's as big as the palm of my hand, and it's actually giving me a little run for my money. But these are all yellow onions up here. There we go. This is definitely the biggest one so far. But I believe it's the biggest one as I've been looking them over. Look at that. Bigger than the palm of my hand. All right. And as you can see it in comparison to these over here, it is much larger. All right. Popped up. I guess I'm disturbing his onion nest. These popped up. I'm sorry, little lightning bug, but I'm trying to do my little harvest. I wasn't trying to wake you up. But we're gonna go over here to this one, and this one hasn't even fallen yet, but I'm harvesting. So this one would have still been growing, guys. But it's time for me to get them out. And these are long day onions that I got from Dixon Dale, just in case I never stated that. I stated it through my garden tool, but for those who hadn't seen any of those, this is definitely the Dixon Dale starts. I pull my carrot out with mine. first second. So we're gonna get some of that dirt off. And again, the goal is to not lose some of my good soil here. Yeah, so this one hadn't even fallen over, but it was time. It's time. All right, so I'm gonna lay this one as well over here. I would definitely be using Dixon Dale starts in the future, going forward. All right, so I'm gonna move this one to the side and pour the next tier down. I'm gonna rotate tiers, so. And as I noticed with a lot of other people that were doing their onions and green stalks, the top tier seem to have the largest onions, and as you work your way down, they get smaller and smaller. And that's also what I'm noticing. That could be, well, I water every tier equally. I don't usually water from the top and let it drip down. I just water each tier. But what I think it is sun exposure from the top. And I think it just diminishes the sun exposure, even though they being thyme. I think the top area just gets more sun, more water when it rains and things of that nature that helps. So that's just my conclusion on it. But anywho, these are all yellow onions still in here, and we're just gonna pull these, work these loose, and pull these out as well. And these are a little bit smaller, but we're taking them off. It's just time, and we're gonna take them off. So as you can see, much smaller compared to the larger onion here. Let me see. Much smaller, as you can see, compared to the larger onion here. But we're pulling them off. Got it. Speed this up a little bit. All right, there we go. That one, the roots are not as long and thick on that one. So far, not feeling any type of rot on there. And this one here is doing, I thought it had a little rot because of the water, but it didn't. So I don't know if you guys can tell that. It did not have any. Okay. All right, pulling this next one. Okay, so yeah, so some of the roots on some of these are crazy. So definitely root development may have something to do with it. Not sure. Okay. All right. And again, these are all yellow onions here. Okay. And then coming to this last one and this one. I am going to cut the roots out. I'm just trying to not get too much of the dirt. So again, yellow onion there. We stack this one and move to the next one. I just want to stack them so that they're not in the way. but I also don't want them to topple over. Okay. Third tier, more yellow onions. And yellow is what we eat the most of, so that's why I planted the most yellow. All right, this one also don't have, right, I was worried about it, but it doesn't. It's not soft. Perfect. So I was concerned about that at first. Adding it over. Oh, good. That one came out easy. No problems. And while we're right here, I'll grab this one too. Alright, Jazz, follow this over. So again, nice size onions. Lay them out so they can be seen. I guess I'm covering them up like that. I do want you guys to see how many I get, though. I guess I'll lay them this way so you can see better. Just try not to cover her feet. Okay, there we go. Come on out, easy. That's what I'm talking about. Easy peasy. All right. And then this one. All right, so now this one I feel a little spot on. Okay. Just want to make sure it's not right. Okay, it's not soft. Okay. Jazz, I'm gonna put it here. You move that top for me, Jazz. Just lay these right here, and then that way you can kind of see them all spread out. I don't want to make a lot. I can't get time. All right, so that's 3 tiers of onions right there. Not bad at all. Not bad. As we get into this next tier, I see white onions and this one. So now they're gonna start getting all kind of mixed in a little bit. Okay. All right. And as you can see, these are significantly smaller. Significantly smaller. But we're taking them anyhow. So these white onions here are much smaller than the other ones. And I mean, some of these didn't take from that time, from when I first originally put them in there, but that's okay. This one, you know, a little small one here. So 3 little white ones right there. And then over here on this last bottom tier, these seem to be my purple or red onions, and they're all small too. So the smaller, the lower the tier, the smaller they get, as I'm noticing. So let me show you these. These are no comparison to that top tier. Look at that. I can almost probably replant these and get a better. All right, so that's those. Okay. So I'm gonna put this tier back so I can make room for the next GreenStalk. Give me a moment, I'll stack this back. All right, so we're gonna do this next one here. Some of these didn't take, so this will be not that many, but we're just gonna go ahead and get started because it's starting to get a little hot out here, and I just want to speed this up so I can start the curing process. All right. I'm gonna just take 2 tiers down at a time so I can just get started. And some of these onions we did take. Well, my niece did an onion bowl. My niece is behind the camera, Jazz.
Hey everybody.
So some of these have already been taken. All right. The sun is ready and out today, so we're just gonna get started, and we will update later. just pull.
Pause it.
I'm gonna keep pulling. I'm just not gonna talk. Nice size red one right there. Get me put them over here. Moving on to this one. Well, it's not solid. Very tiny. I don't know what's going on with this. These little ones. They're tiny, tiny. That rotted. You get me coming over here real quick. Just I think we just got these. Well, I tell you. All right. So this is all of them out of the GreenStalks, and despite how little some of them are, I think that they did magnificently well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these cured, and then I'll bring you guys back. But I'll tally them up. I'll bring you back in when I can tally up how many is what, and then I'll let you guys know.